In this video, I'm going to do the Khan Academy project Shooting Star. So this is kind of like a recap project where they want you to learn, use some of the things that you've already learned. In this case, they want you to make this shooting star, so they want this yellow dot to kind of fly across the screen here. So first of all, what they want us to do is they want us to pick where we want it to start at. So we're going to move the star to one side or the other and have it start there. And then we want the star to move. So once we've started on one side, then it needs to move to the other side. And we can change the variables inside of our draw function to make it move that way. Then they want us to add another star or shape and animate it going to in a different direction. I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick a moon up here and have it move. And then they gave us some bonus things that we'll get to here in a minute. So to start out with, I am going to move this this star here over to the left side. So I'm going to change this to 10, and I'm going to change this to 225. Okay, so that's where I'm going to have it start at. And then I need to come inside of my draw function. So remember, I'm going to have to be inside of this open squiggly bracket here and the closed squiggly bracket. I need to be working inside. So I'm just going to hit enter and give myself some space here. And so yeah, first of all, basically I'm just going to adjust these like we've been doing before. I'm going to do x position equals x position plus 1 and semicolon. So now my line is just moving, my shooting star is just moving across the screen, but I'd really like it to kind of move at an angle. So I'm going to do y position equals y position minus 0.5 and semicolon. And let's see if I restart that. So now it kind of moves up at an angle. It's moving faster to the right than it is going to the left. So that's kind of the angle it's going at. So that's pretty good. And then next I'm gonna stick a moon up here. So that's kind of the next state. They want you to add another shape. So for me, I'm going to use an arc. I'm going to give it some color here. So I'm going to use the fill, stick that in there, and then I'm going to choose an arc like this, and that's not going to do anything until I define what my moon x means. So I need to define that. So I'm going to do up here, I'm going to make a new variable and do var moon x equals 200, and then now I have my little moon sitting up there. So that's cool. But I would like my moon to move a little bit. So I'm going to add another change to the moon x, and I'm going to do moon x equals moon x minus 0.2 semicolon. And so then that moon just slowly starts moving across the sky to the left. So that's pretty cool. Then it says for a bonus, you need to change the star into a shape or a different shape, or have it shoot out of a cannon. I'm not really sure what they mean or what they want that to look like, but I mean, I guess you could just come in here where it says ellipse, and you could just put rect for rectangle, and then it would change it to a rectangle. That seems almost too simple to me. Or maybe they mean you could just have, like, you could make a cannon looking thing out of a big rectangle over here, but that's as much as I'm going to do for that one. But the next one that you should do, unlike everybody, to do this one here, add a backdrop like a starry sky or a starry night sky or skyscrapers. And so I was able to come up with some skyscraper looking things here. So I'm going to grab these and pop them over here. So there's my skyscrapers, and so yeah, they're just some dark buildings in the background there. That looks pretty cool. So I think I'm going to try to do one more thing here. I think I'm going to try to put a window in one of these and try to animate it so that the light goes on and off. So I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let's try it out here. So I need to have a rectangle. Well, first I want to fill it. So I want to fill it with yellow. So it's kind of like a light being turned on there. So that's probably good enough. And then I want to rect, and I don't know where the sizes should go. So I'm just going to put in 20, 20, 20, and 20. And that sticks it up there. So now I can just use the number scrubber thing here. Alright, let's start guessing. So I want it to be basically in the middle. So let's do 150. That moves it over. That's pretty good. And I need it to move down a whole bunch. So let's do another 150. No, that's not good enough. I wonder how I can get rid of this pop-up is real annoying because I can't get to my number scrubber. So that's annoying, Khan Academy. Come on. So let's do 400. And I lost it. Maybe it's off the page. Let's try 300. Hey, there it is. And it needs to be smaller. So let's do 10 and 10. And then I need to move it over a little bit. So let's do 155, 157, 159. And maybe even a little bit smaller. So 6 and 6. So that's pretty good. But what I really need to do is I need to pass it a variable. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make it the shape get really big and then get really small. And I'm going to make it so small you won't even be able to see it. And then that way it'll look like it's a light in an office that's like flashing on and off. So yeah, let's try it. So really I want this to be I want it to be rect width and rect height. So let's put rect width and rect height. And then let's come up here and define those. Nope, I forgot to put var at the top. There we go. Alright, so that's good. But now I would like to rect W. How should I do this? +1 and rect H equals rect H +1. That's interesting. And then after I do that, I want it to do rect width equals rect width minus 1000. That moved it the other way. That doesn't make it smaller. Maybe you just make it 0. You see it flash? Look, it just flashes for 1 second. Hey, I think that's good enough, right? That works. I mean, it's not really the right way you're supposed to do it. I'm sure there's a better way that we could animate that. I could probably change the color. There's probably a whole bunch of things I could do. But hey, for this project, That's good enough. See ya.